holding an environmental skills competition today. We've developed this in partnership with Welsh Assembly Government Deeside. It's the first competition that we've run in Wales for environmental skills, and it's aimed at young people aged from 14 upwards at college or in school and maybe interested in horticulture and environmental skills. And we've got 6 finalist teams from North Wales, Swansea and Bridgend. They're competing today. It's a live practical final. They've been asked to create and design a garden area, paying attention to like biodiversity and how to encourage nature. It's an open-ended project, so they can be quite creative. They've got 3.5 hours to complete it, and they've been given a selection of plants and materials and just told to get on with it. And then we've got a judging panel who are observing them and who will be making the awards at the end of the day.
We've been thinking about it for the beginning of the week really. We've been designing like trial and error and see what's happening and see what can fit and see what happens with it. We're building a small garden. We're putting a little water feature in for like all the frogs and that. We'll have the small plants for the butterflies. We should be making progress towards the end of the day, hopefully.
This is absolutely brilliant opportunity for us to show the kinds of work that we're involved in and promote that, and you know, build on what we're doing, because Groundwork does a lot of work on employability and skills building in the environmental sector.
So our design for the garden is we're going to be looking back from the garden and working our way forward. We're going to get the big plants at the back, and it's going to be a little patch of your own garden at home as a design sort of thing. And we're going to have a pond, we're going to have a grape tree in the back as well, and a few shrubs here and there, and raised beds as well. It's just about working as a team, having a good time really. I
think it's good life skills, it's a good personal development experience for some of the teams. They've travelled down from North Wales. First time they'll have been, you know, down to Cardiff, done something like this. It's just excellent personal development, and they're developing a range of skills and hopefully, you know, boosting their confidence by taking part in this as well.
We're here today to make a mini garden. We've got to put a water feature in, a planter, and we're doing raised beds and some fence panels. At the moment they're just putting the raised beds up. The next step will be to get the water feature done, and then it shouldn't be too long and move on.
It's great because each group is like some mini Chelsea flower show. They've got a set amount of time, they've got to get all that stuff done, work together, and it's actually amazing how much skills they're learning on the way. There's people who've never used power screwdrivers. Next thing you see, they're doing it themselves, constructing stuff. What we wanted to do was get across about how Groundwork works, about our sustainability, and try and show how some of the stuff we do can lead on to work and to gathering skills for young people.
We've got Drew and Gary working at the back of the garden doing somewhere we can get some butterfly loving plants and bees, and we've got some sensory plants as well, because the lady we've got is blind, so she can touch and feel and smell plants, which is going to be nice. And then we're going to have a path and a water feature. So we're building our water feature using rainfall.
We're winding down at the end of a really busy morning. We've had a very constructive time. All the teams have really got to a point where they're really enjoying the task. The gardens are looking really, really top notch. They've all worked really hard. They've all pulled together and they've come up with, we've got 6 gardens now that are waiting to be judged by 3 quite senior specialists in organic horticulture. So we're waiting, so the nerves are on and everyone's quite keen to see how well they've done, but overall I think it's been the process. They've really enjoyed doing it.
It's practical. They've got a herb garden.
Yeah, running through that way. And then there's a bit of aesthetically nice amenity plant.
They're all going about it in a way that's individual, which is the thing about gardening, is you find your own way to do it. If they've learnt more about kind of biodiversity and wildlife gardening today, then they've learned something really important.
We've had a fantastic day. We've invited young people from all over Wales to participate in our skills event, horticultural skills event. They've all done fantastically well and been judged. Typically they all came out winners. A fantastic day really. We've all had a great day.
The environment is a big global issue now and a pressing agenda, and being able to understand about biodiversity and wildlife gardening, or being more nature orientated is only going to get bigger, really, I think. So people are going to need more of these skills, and those that can understand it and do them and teach them on to others is a growing trend, really, which, you know, hopefully is an enjoyable one as well as an important one.